I never believed one moment could rewrite someone's entire life, until the day my boss destroyed me in front of 50 coworkers. One insult, one moment of humiliation so deep it burned itself into my memory. I walked out that day carrying nothing but a broken heart, a shaking voice, and a dream I didn't even know I had yet. What I didn't realize was that same humiliation would turn into the fire that built an empire. And the man who mocked me, one day, he would walk into my office with fear in his eyes, begging me for mercy. My name is Ethan Reed, and before everything changed, I was just another underpaid employee trying to survive in a company that never noticed I existed. Every morning at 8:55 a.m., I would swipe my badge, walk into the office, and sit at my small gray desk, the one placed right under the air conditioner that was always either too cold or too hot. I wasn't special. I wasn't popular. I wasn't the one people came to for help. I was just there. But I believed in one thing: if you work hard enough, someone will eventually notice. I didn't know how wrong I was. My boss, Marcus Hale, was the kind of man who didn't believe people deserved respect. He believed they needed to earn survival. Tall, sharp suits, shiny shoes, cold eyes. He was the kind of person who walked into a room and everyone straightened up. But not because they admired him, because they feared him. One Friday afternoon, the meeting that changed everything was scheduled. We were supposed to present our quarterly marketing ideas. I had worked all week, even slept in the office one night, just to make my presentation perfect. It was bold, fresh, something the company desperately needed. But when my name was called, I already felt the tension. Marcus was sitting there, arms crossed, tapping his pen like he was waiting for someone to fail. I walked up, plugged in my laptop, and began speaking. "Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to present." Marcus raised a hand. Eyes narrowed on me like I had already done something wrong. "Before you begin," he said loudly, "can someone tell me why Ethan looks like he's here for a job interview at a garage sale?" Laughter. Real sharp, painful laughter. I froze. My hands went cold. I felt every pair of eyes on me, some pitying, some entertained. My tie, the same $6 tie I bought from a discount shop, suddenly felt like a noose. I swallowed hard and tried again. As I was saying, "Stop," Marcus leaned back in his chair, smirking. "I'm honestly curious. Did you put any effort into this? The tie, the outfit, the presentation look." Uninspired, I felt my ears burning. Someone whispered, "Wow." Another whispered, "Poor guy." I tried to speak, but my voice cracked. Marcus saw it, and he enjoyed it. "Proceed, Ethan. Show us your brilliant idea," he said. Using air quotes, I clicked through the first slide, then the second. But before I finished my third sentence, he stopped me again. "This is absolutely terrible," he said, shaking his head. "A child could come up with better ideas. Are you sure this position isn't too much for you?" My stomach dropped. My throat tightened. My vision blurred. He wasn't evaluating my work. He was destroying me, and in front of the entire office. That's when he said the words I'll never forget. "You're not leadership material. Honestly, I'm not even sure you belong here at all." Laughter faded. Silence fell. Everyone looked away. Humiliation tastes metallic. Like blood in your mouth. Like something burning in your chest. I closed my laptop slowly, nodded without looking at him, and walked out of that room. My legs were shaking so badly I thought I might fall. At my desk, I sat for a few minutes, staring at the screen. Then I typed 2 sentences. "I resign. Effective immediately." I printed it, put it on his desk, and walked out. No one stopped me. No one asked if I was okay. No one cared. I went home that night, sat on the floor of my tiny apartment, and cried like a child. Not because of the insult, but because I believed every word he said. I thought maybe he was right. Maybe I wasn't good enough. For days, I couldn't sleep. The humiliation replayed in my mind again and again. Like a cruel loop, I couldn't escape. Then, one night, while staring at my old laptop, I opened the same presentation Marcus laughed at, and something clicked. My idea wasn't trash. He just wanted to keep me small. I realized something else. If he could break me so easy, maybe I wasn't meant to fit into his world. Maybe I was meant to build my own, so I tried. I took my idea and turned it into a small freelance marketing service. My office was a broken table, a flickering lamp, and a chair with a missing wheel. I had no money, no support, no clients. For 3 months, nothing happened. No emails, no calls, just silence. Until one woman, a cafe owner, replied to my message. "I can't pay a lot," she said, "but I'm willing to give you a chance." A chance. A tiny window. a small light in a long dark tunnel. I grabbed it with both hands. I spent 30 days working like a man possessed. I learned new tools, new strategies, new skills. I worked until my fingers ached and my eyes stung. And her cafe, it exploded in popularity, she told her friends. Her friends told their friends. And soon, I wasn't begging for work, people were begging me to take their projects. 6 months later, I had 10 clients. A year later, 20. 2 years later, I had a full company with employees, high-paying clients, and a reputation that spread like wildfire. I wasn't just surviving, I was rising. And then one morning, fate knocked. My assistant walked into my office with a strange look on her face. "Sir, you have a meeting request from Brightwave Marketing, my old company, my old boss." I almost laughed. I agreed to the meeting. When I entered the conference room, Marcus was already there, older, tired, stressed, nothing like the powerful man he once was. He shook my hand awkwardly. "Ethan, good to see you." His smile didn't reach his eyes. He explained the whole situation. Brightwave was failing. Clients were leaving. Profits were dropping. Investors were panicking. "We want your company to partner with us," he said, voice trembling slightly. "We need your strategies to help turn things around." He needed me. The man he mocked. The man he belittled. The man he tried to break. I waited until he finished talking, then calmly replied, "I'm not interested in a partnership." His face fell, but I continued, "I am interested in buying your company." He scoffed weakly. "You buy? You're joking." I placed a folder on the table. "Your board already approved the acquisition. As of this morning, Brightwave belongs to me." He froze. His hands shook. His face drained of color. "You can't do this," he whispered. I looked him right in the eyes. "You did this. The day you humiliated me, you created the man sitting here today." He packed his things in silence, the same silence he once forced me into. The next day, I stood in the same conference room where I had once been destroyed. This time, I stood at the head of the table, and I said, "In this company, no one will ever be humiliated for trying. Here, we grow people, not break them." That day, I learned something powerful. Success is the loudest revenge, and the best victories are silent, calm, and undeniable. Marcus tried to crush me, but instead, he sharpened me. And the world he tried to keep me out of, I bought it. If this story touched even a small part of you, remember this: no one gets to decide your worth. Not a boss, not a critic, not anyone who tried to make you feel small. Your journey, your growth, your comeback that belongs to you. And if you're fighting through your own humiliation, your own struggle, your own silent battles, don't give up. Your breakthrough might be building right now. If you want more stories that remind you of your strength, your fire, and your power, hit subscribe. Your next chapter starts here.